Welcome to Earthly Reads, a My Cup of Earth production. Inside a time machine, Lily had always been fascinated by the old, rusty time machine in her grandfather's workshop. She would often sneak in and try to figure out how it worked. But Grandpa Jack would always chase her out, laughing and saying, "Not yet, kiddo. You're not ready for the adventures that lie within." Quote, but today was different. Today, Grandpa Jack had called Lily into the workshop with a special look in his eye. "Today's the day, Lily," he said, his voice trembling with excitement. "Today, you're going to travel through time." Quote, Lily's eyes widened as Grandpa Jack led her to the time machine. It was even bigger than she had remembered, with flashing lights and buttons and dials that looked like they hadn't been touched in years. Grandpa Jack began to explain the controls, his words tumbling out in a rush. "You see, Lily, this machine can take us anywhere in time. We can go back to ancient civilizations, or forward to a future where humans have colonized other planets. Just set the coordinates, and we'll be there in no time." Quote, Lily's eyes grew wide as she listened. She had always loved history, and the thought of seeing dinosaurs roaming the earth or meeting ancient pharaohs was almost too exciting to bear. Grandpa Jack handed her a small, leather-bound book. "This is the time guide," he said. "It will help us navigate the time stream and avoid any unpleasantness." Lily took the book, feeling the weight of responsibility on her small shoulders. She opened it to the first page, where a map of the time stream was etched in intricate detail. "Okay, Grandpa Jack," she said, her voice steady. "I think I'm ready." With a grin, Grandpa Jack flipped a switch, and the time machine roared to life. The room began to blur around them, and Lily felt a strange sensation, like her stomach was dropping and her heart was racing at the same time. When the machine finally stopped, Lily looked around in wonder. They were standing in the middle of a dense forest, surrounded by towering trees that seemed to stretch up to the sky. The air was thick with the scent of pine and damp earth, and the sound of birdsong filled the air. "Welcome to the Cretaceous period," Grandpa Jack said, his eyes twinkling. "We're exactly 65 million years ago." Lily gasped as a group of towering dinosaurs came into view. There were triceratops with frills on their heads, and long-necked sauropods munching on leaves from the treetops. She felt tiny and insignificant in the face of such enormous creatures. But Grandpa Jack just chuckled. "Don't worry, kiddo," he said. "We're not here to get eaten. We're on a mission to learn." And with that, they set off into the forest, following a narrow path that wound through the trees. Lily marveled at the ancient plants and animals, her mind racing with questions and wonder. As they walked, Grandpa Jack told her stories about the dinosaurs, and how they had lived and died. He showed her fossilized bones and ancient tracks, and Lily felt like she was really there, in the midst of a world that was both familiar and yet utterly alien. After hours of exploring, they came to a clearing, where a group of early humans were gathered around a fire. They were short and stocky, with fur-lined cloaks and spears in their hands. "Welcome to the Stone Age," Grandpa Jack said, his voice low and respectful. Lily watched in awe as the humans went about their daily lives, hunting and gathering and sharing stories around the fire. She saw a young girl, about her own age, playing with a ball made of woven grass. "Can we meet them?" Lily asked, her voice barely above a whisper. Grandpa Jack nodded, and they approached the humans, who welcomed them with open arms. The young girl, whose name was Akira, took Lily's hand and led her on a tour of their village. As the sun began to set, Grandpa Jack and Lily reluctantly said their goodbyes and returned to the time machine. As they traveled through the time stream, Lily felt her mind expanding, taking in the wonders of the past and the present. When they finally returned to the present, Lily felt like she had been changed forever. She had seen the birth of life on Earth and the evolution of human civilization. She had met people from different eras and cultures, and had learned that, despite their differences, they were all connected. As they stepped out of the time machine, Lily turned to Grandpa Jack with a smile. "Thank you," she said, her voice filled with emotion. "That was the most amazing adventure I've ever had." Grandpa Jack smiled back, his eyes twinkling. "Anytime, kiddo," he said. "The time stream is full of wonders, and I'm glad you're ready to explore them." And with that, Lily knew that she would never look at the world in the same way again. She had seen the past and the present, and she knew that the future was full of endless possibilities. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe.